Hi, welcome to class 13 for your idea essay discussion. The prompt that we have today is agree disagree. One reason why I discuss more of this type of prompt is because these essays are most commonly seen on IELTS exams. So there is a high probability that you would get an agree disagree essay or a positive negative comparative essay on your exam. Those are the most frequent prompts that are asked. So that's why I discuss them more in my classes. So we know that for the agree disagree essay, we either completely agree to the topic or completely disagree. Then in body para 1 and body para 2, we keep our own view. And in the body para 3, we might represent the opposite view of the people who might not agree with my opinion. Now, let's see what is the topic. The topic says, some say that instead of preventing climate change, we should find a way to live with it. That's There's a climate change happening around us, and some people are not hoping to prevent it further. They think that we should accept this negative impact and we should try to live with this change. So you have to either agree or disagree. You may choose to disagree with the topic because we can actually prevent climate change, and so you can suggest or assert on this point that we should be preventing the climate change. So in my first para, I would write that it is worth it to prevent climate change as it is a reversible change. Because we know that climate change is triggered due to human activities, due to industrialization, due to urbanization. So if human activities are leading to climate change, then human activities can be stopped and thereby the climate change can be slowed down or it can be completely reversed also. You can give an example that in order to make more space for industries or for urban houses, lots of forest area has been cleared. Lots of trees have been cut down. So deforestation has triggered climate change. It has triggered phenomena like global warming. But if the reverse activities are done, I mean, instead of deforestation, if afforestation is done, then of course the water cycle, the oxygen cycle, everything can be restored and climate change can be slowed down. So it's not hard to prevent the further climate change. It's not hard to reverse this change. Thereby, it is our duty that as a human society, we try to prevent further change. In the second paragraph, we would be writing on why we should not find a way to live with it because we disagree with the entire topic. We don't want the people to stop preventing climate change. We want them to prevent climate change. So that has been written in your body para 1. And in the body para 2, you would be telling them why we should not find a way to live with it. Rather, we should find a way to fight it. So in the second paragraph, you would say finding a way to live with the climate change is an irresponsible behavior. So if today's generation says that we cannot do anything about climate change and we are going to live with it, then this is very irresponsible because we are wrecking the ecosystems and we are creating severe crisis for the future generation. For example, in countries like India, nowadays people try to find a way to live with the increased temperatures. They're installing air conditioners in their houses, at their workplaces, because that's their way to live with the climate change. They're applying sunscreens in order to protect themselves from the UV rays. But I think that they should not be doing that because they're just protecting themselves for a shorter period of time, but eventually the impact of climate change is going to be drastic and it would be impossible for the future generations to live with this. Therefore, being responsible citizens, being responsible people living because of on this mother planet earth, we need to protect the natural phenomena or the natural cycles. We need to maintain them and we need to stop the reckless behavior because otherwise we are going to be very irresponsible and the future generations would suffer a lot. In the third paragraph, you might say that some people say it is hard to stop the human activities that lead to climate change. Hence, they say that it is better to accept the change. But they feel that we cannot stop industrialization. They say that we cannot stop urbanization. We need to continue with the economic activities, even though if they wreck the environment, even if they degrade the environmental quality. But those are the people who feel that economic prosperity is the most important. in your paragraph you would say that people can easily reverse the change. For example, if they stop using plastic bags unnecessarily, if they plant more trees, if they start using cycles or walking for shorter distances, they can have a lower carbon footprint. And it is possible, it is viable, and it is our moral duty towards the earth and for towards the future generations. So people must not find a way to live with it, rather they should find ways to fight it. So this is a topic that helps you to understand the topics that have at least two sentences in the topic itself. That you have to write why not prevent or prevent climate change, and why find a way to live with it or not find a way. So this topic sentence had two sentences in it. So I would be focusing one of my paragraphs on the first part of the sentence and the second paragraph on the second part. Thank you.